Welcome, guys, to another episode of School of Dragons. Today we have an interesting topic. Andrew, explain.
We are going to talk about an underwater system that we've been thinking about that they should add in an update in the game.
We don't really talk about the underwater stuff. We have our fishing, right?
Yeah, we have fishing.
There's fishing and all these things, but then fishing is too hard as well.
You can't go underwater though, and look at all those Titan class dragons.
Yes,
they can only fly.
Yeah,
There's nothing special.
Yeah, Title Class Dragons just need something. And this is what we think that School of Dragons should add.
To make them cooler.
The whole idea of this underwater system is
It's going to be a bigger version of the tornado level in the Flight Club. But then you won't have a time limit. It's basically a normal world.
so like the normal world, we want an underwater world. So it's a world that's exclusive to the
Title
class, yeah. And there's already like a small thing existing for the Thunderdrum specifically. It has like quests and stuff, but we want to sort of expand that world and add more things to it, right?
Yeah.
From there, we can also add the dragon, the Sea Shocker.
Sea shockers are cool.
Yeah, and you guys will look into that topic in the next video.
About the dragons that we should add.
Yeah, sneak peek. And then there should be the stable area should be moved to underwater.
So now Title class stables,
Yeah.
you have to go underwater
Yeah.
just to
And
go there.
instead of having to wait for a Title Class Dragon to reach at least level 5 to glide, your dragon can swim instead.
Yeah, you don't have to try and fly somewhere and not land there. Instead, you can just swim in the water and be cooler than all the other dragons
Yeah.
that can't fly.
Exactly. It's going to take the same amount of energy it takes to fly, maybe more, just
Because
to balance it out a little
it's
bit more, because there's advantages to this. And so one of the first advantages we're thinking about is the fishing. Fishing is super hard with a rod. No,
Especially catching a salmon.
especially for younger players as well.
Yeah.
So they always have a hard time, and that sort of like makes the game lose some players because people rage. And so the players should be able to go like into fishing frenzies. That's what they should call them, fishing frenzies,
So-
or School of Fish.
School of fish, and you can like chase them down.
Chase them down with your Title Class Dragon. Of course, that's also going to take a lot of energy. But the what we're thinking of to balance everything out, because if a person were to just catch the fish and just feed it, and that sort of like loopholes the energy system that the dragons have, the new rule should be like new fish. So the new fish only give half of the energy that normal fish would give you.
Also, you should also be able to catch rarer fishes. So
Yeah, a
like
lot more
angler
rare fish.
fishes, because those fishes are rare and they're hard to find. But then if you're allowed to go underwater, it should be easier
Yeah,
to find those fishes.
Definitely. What's next on our list?
We were also thinking about new quests and also underwater racing.
Yeah, so a lot of players are limited to flying, but then once again the level system sort of doesn't allow them to do that. So we want more players to be able to race, but then without having to wait. So if they have a Title Class Dragon, they can race underwater without having to get to level 10 to fly and race.
There's also new maps.
Yeah,
then,
new maps.
Because
Exactly.
in thunder racing, it's always the same maps.
Yeah.
Over and over. But then underwater racing, you would have different new maps.
And then this could eventually help us remove this map system that
So
we
then-
have, because the map system is very quick and it's very boring. I want something more fun and engaging.
So you can go underwater and go to the other places
Yeah, but-
around school.
I've been thinking about this as well, but they should have water currents and they boost you. We should be able to have our dragons be boosted through these
Through
water
the
currents
water.
and then go faster and faster until they reach the next
Area.
place,
Yeah.
the next area, and that would be super awesome. And that means more ports and more things to expand on the whole School of Dragons universe, and introducing once again new dragons like the Sea Shocker. What's next?
Also, this should not be for members only.
Yes.
Because some people that have non-members, they also have title class dragons. But then they would also want to go underwater, and not only members. Members can already do many things that
Yes.
non-members can't do. So
Yeah. And most of the things like the specific types of dragons are limited to members.
like the Grongsticle.
And some quests like the Death Song, which I can like sort of understand, but sometimes like non-members want more from the game instead of just having members. Like, or the membership prices could go down. Just
So-
saying. Doesn't have to, but just the amount of memberships and how it would play with this underwater world. Another thing I was thinking about, guys, was
Oh, bosses, like the alphas.
oh right, yeah, we're talking about that as well, but we should just include it in this video since it's only been 7 minutes. So the bosses, if you guys have played Rise of Berk, there's like these four
Bosses.
four big dragons. They're bosses you fight, Andrew.
Yeah.
I mean, which is these Screaming Death, the Forever Wing,
Bewilder Beast.
and the Green Death. We've already had the Screaming Death, but we kind of want to see
A bigger
the
version.
bigger dragons. Maybe as like a replacement for the the battle events. Instead of just ships, if people have higher level dragons,
Sometimes you would see alphas come.
yeah, and they can have higher level dragons means higher level bosses, and maybe more ships. But then if there's more ships, they might want to decrease the amount of health on the ships. Back onto the underwater thing, guys. I want to talk about how we are going underwater. This means new items. So like specific masks
So
that you
then you
need
can-
to breathe underwater, or specific things to help you increase. And maybe if the fishing frenzy does not come, there can be a fishing net. So if we pass by a sudden fish,
You can
we
use
can
a
use
net.
the same like tapping system, but it's as like a throwing system, right? But then it should be a little bit easier than the fishing rod system, because the fishing rod system's I can't say broken, because broken is like good, but then it's overpowered. But the fishing system is just horrible right now. It's really unfair towards most players.
Also, when you members already have the flight suit, but when you go underwater, you should have like this underwater suit.
Exactly.
So then, like, you can go underwater.
Yeah. Wait, can you? Oh yeah, our clan, right?
Yeah, the
what?
Dwagon Squad
The Dwagon Squad, spelled
with the W.
DWAGON. It might change to Deja Vu HD.
Or the Den.
Or the Den, the Bear Den. And if you guys want to join, go ahead and subscribe and comment down below, and then we'll look at you, and then we can privately chat about how you can get in. And yeah, guys. And that's pretty much it about underwater world system. Tell us what you think about our ideas, what ideas you guys have. Comment down below. Make sure you guys try and join the Den. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.